This is the first one at CPS. This is the suicide bomber. Maybe I found you can. The ones are called red.
Oh, yeah, I come here for you. You are Tamblo. Ne baka park in Sao Yokumgongo. Kati we have to say motokaza police. Nani kabomu netulika.
Then there's another version of another camera that captured him.
Kamera yokubiri eyasobodde okubaka ebifaananyi. Of course, at that stage, you would not tell that this is a suicide bomb, even if the picture, the camera has captured him. Nategereza eno waggulu.
So you will see him coming from this side.
So,
those were for CPS. For Parliament, the camera was at a certain distance, so it's not, you'd see it in a distance around here. They're on the motorcycles.
You leave it.
It was around 10:06. Yes. Go.
Okay, you can live there. You can live there.
You see them? You see them? You see them?
Pikipiki bbiri ffe tumanyi waba boda naye tubaddeko pikipiki.
These two, you see them?
Mubalabye?
Were they all
Okay, see them now, see them?
Mubalabye?
See
Baako
them?
babiri. Ah.
Were they both carrying different explosives?
Of course, they had explosives on them. So, intelligence also indicates that these are domestic terror groups that are linked to ADF. Now, these kinds of threats remain significant because IEDs and suicide bomb jackets can easily be built from common household items. We indicated some of these items like nails, metal scrap, ball bearings. They use phones and batteries, as well as ammonium nitrogen. Now, these are things that you can find in the market, in retail shops, and even in supermarkets. So this shows that the threats of such attacks are actually real, and we really need to be vigilant. Many of the businesses unconsciously sell these items to the public, but we call upon every Ugandan that we really need to be very, very vigilant with the nature of the attacks that we are seeing now. Of course, as the joint security agencies, these are attacks that we do strongly condemn. And although 3 suicide bombers have died in these double attacks, our counter-terror, our city task teams that responded also immediately covered we managed to cordon off the area, and we started monitoring movements. We managed also to pursue a 4th suicide bomb attacker and gave him a very good chase up to Waise, where we shot and disabled him and managed to arrest him. He's only identified as Mose. Immediately we went and managed to also search his home, where we recovered an unexploded suicide jacket and other related explosive devices. That is at Nansa Nakatoke at his home. It has been taken over by the bomb squad, but we are now pursuing other members of the terror groups. Now, although our joint counter-terror teams managed to mitigate bomb threats directed against our country for the last 2 days, of course, today's attacks still shows that there's a lot of work to do. We are going to try as much as possible to preempt, penetrate, and prevent other deadly attacks of this nature by domestic extremists in the days to come. As you're all aware, we have managed to counter several bomb threats in this country. The numbers are above 150. We've managed to neutralize several suspicious packages during this period and device-related incidents across the country. For now, what we want to tell Ugandans is that the bomb threats are still active, especially from suicide attackers. We believe there are still more members of these domestic terror cells, especially the suicide bomb squad that has been created by the ADF. And this calls for the popular vigilance of the community. We really need to be very, very vigilant. This type of threat is not a monopoly of the security agencies. It really calls for concerted efforts and the vigilance of the public. The threat is being directed against all Ugandans by an enemy whom we all know. So we want to reassure all Ugandans and visitors to the country that we are going to continue pursuing all terrorists their agents, operatives, and collaborators to help prevent the re-emergence of such acts of domestic terror. We are going to do this again in Uganda. Then we shall show you the nature, the footages that we captured, so that the public can try to have a clear picture of how this attack actually occurred at CPS, and also the riders who carried out the attack at Parliamentary Avenue.